Three, two, one. We're live. Welcome to Synergy Cafe, another day at the cafe here in my World Nerf Center headquarters in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And today we're going to be talking about a few different things, a little bit of a different topic, but it's on the same track. And we're talking about lifestyle design, time freedom, and financial independence. And I'm going to be having this conversation with my friend Roy, but he's in the green room. So I'm going to have to leave and go get him and knock on the door. He's back in our green room and enjoying. We've got digital Girl Scout cookies in there, low-cal digital Girl Scout cookies in the green room. So he's probably partaking in some of that. So I'm going to go interrupt him and I'll be right back. There he is, just like magic. How you doing, Roy?
I'm all the better for seeing you, Brad. It's good to see you.
Is that what did it?
Yep, and we change round, change places.
So you're a new guest on our programs here, and they might not have heard you have an accent, and you're not from around here, are you?
I'm from the UK, down in what we call East Anglia. Lots of cornfields, more trees than people in the part of the world where I live. So
Nice.
It's not a bad part of the world. I can recommend it.
Yeah, trees don't talk back, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You just
Over here with the Native Americans, they call them one-leggeds.
One-leggeds. Yeah.
One-leggeds.
One leg. Yeah.
So life is good. It's kind of a weird over here. We're in sort of our winter season right now, and it's February. It's supposed to be cold right now, but it's kind of above freezing. And I heard that like in a week and a half, it's going to get in the 70s.
That's one extreme to the other.
Yeah, you got a different Celsius Fahrenheit kind of thing going on.
Yeah, I mean, we used to work in Imperial Fahrenheit, and gradually we've gone to Celsius. But I kind of work in both.
Okay.
Yes. I do know what you're talking about. So 70 is warm.
It is. It's bizarre. All of our snow is going to melt, and it's weird.
You have snow right now?
We do. We had a little bit. It landed on the ground, and it stuck around for a little while. But
okay. Yeah.
Anyways, I want to talk about this whole time freedom thing that, I've been doing this internet thing for a while, and my background personally has been in the event industry.
Yeah.
And being the stubborn guy I am, when COVID hit, I tried to trudge through it. And finally, I pulled myself out of that niche, also known as a rut.
Yes.
And I'm getting out of the event world because it's so hard. And I'm just finding another way of earning income that's more passive and recurring by doing this affiliate model of promoting products and services. And it provides me with more time freedom because I can do all my work in the morning before the sun comes up, and then let that stuff propagate through the internet. And I was going to share with you how I'm doing some things right now with our videos and cutting them into shorts.
Okay. Right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
And shorts is something that I hear lots about shorts, but I haven't really done shorts. I think I tried one and that was about it. But I haven't.
It's the attention span thing.
Yes. Yeah, which I understand.
They're scrolling and they want to see what it is, and they just watch these little 30-second snippets rather than listening to someone. And I keep our videos down to about 20 minutes, so they're somewhat consumable. But do you listen to Joe Rogan over in your parts of the town?
We do, but I have nothing. I'd probably find it quite interesting what he's talking about, but it's one of those people I haven't listened to hardly. I have listened to him once or twice, but not.
He does these 3-hour-long things.
I know. It's the other extreme, isn't it? But it's so popular.
Yeah, so if you got 3 hours to sit and listen to something, but most people just want to. So what I'm doing is I'm using a software that takes a video like the one we're doing now.
Yep.
And then it chops it into little shorts and gives it different little titles.
Okay.
That's relevant to the topic we're talking about. Like I mentioned, the Girl Scout cookies.
Yes.
You might not have Girl Scouts over there because this is the Girl Scouts of America.
Well, we used to have Scouts, but I think they're getting few and far between now. Used to be a good organization, but it's
well, I'm thinking that because they're selling the cookies now, I'm thinking maybe the software is going to pick up on those words, Girl Scout cookies, and I'll see it ends up developing a short of me showing this little box.
Okay, right, okay.
Give it a title.
Yes.
And then when I
Oh,
put all those up on YouTube, some will get traffic, some will not, and we'll find out what people are interested in, and then we can refocus on that topic. Like if we're
yes.
talking about affiliate marketing for the real estate professional,
Right.
that's relevant. And
Yes.
then there's someone else that might be how a green thumb gardener or a tree stump removal person might make some side hustle income off of affiliate programs.
Yes. Yes.
Those words.
Those words that will try and pick them out.
Yeah.
And have you had any short videos that have taken off, these
Yes.
clips? You
Um,
have?
I have this conversation on Mondays over here in the cities. And the guy was from LA. We were talking about the homelessness in Los
Yes.
Angeles.
Yeah.
And it got comments and all sorts of stuff on there. So it's kind of weird. We're just having a general conversation. So what I'm doing now is taking some of that, I'm taking that short and those topics of homelessness in Los Angeles,
Right.
and then doing some blogging about how maybe they wouldn't be homeless if they didn't lose their house because they lost their job.
Yeah.
If they would have had a side hustle thing going on with the affiliate programs, maybe they wouldn't be in that homeless situation.
I feel it's always good to have a backup plan.
Yeah. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. It's good.
So
Good.
that's my strategy.
Yes, and that's a good one. I think it's good to have various streams of income and like a side hustle, and it's kind of quite enjoy. I mean, you can sort of start a hobby and then make it into a real full-time job potentially, which many people have managed to do, which is great.
Or even not a job, but an income.
Yes,
Maybe you
that's
don't
right.
need a job. Maybe you just want to have a hobby and make a
Yeah,
lot of money with it.
yes, yeah, and that's not a bad idea at all. No, no.
Because a lot of people, they don't understand what an affiliate is with this, because there's a lot of people out there that create this. You're going to make $10,000 a month in just 30 days. It's all that hypey stuff. It's
Turnkey business.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy. So I'm trying to
No
set
such thing.
straight. Yeah, it takes some work. And I was thinking like your stump grinding business, it's possible that you go to grind a stump, you set up a camera off to the side with a little sign in front of it that says something like landscapeequipment.com by Roy.
Yes.
And you could maybe start selling the grinders. I'm sure those grinders have new teeth, maybe replacement carbide tips.
They do indeed. It's a fairly limited niche, if you know what I mean. Fairly specialized niche, maybe is a better word.
Yeah, a micro niche, I think they call it.
Yes, micro niche. Yes.
But a person could make money on the side by just doing regular work that you're getting paid for. And then who knows, there might be other stump grinders out there in Colorado or Kansas City that are going, geez, I've been looking all over for those things. And here's a link right here. I'm going to get it from this Roy guy.
That is true. Yes. And that's what I love about the internet. You have that ability to reach so many people.
Hey, we've got my friend Gary Lee on here. Gary Lee from Facebook. Hello, Gary. How you doing?
Brilliant.
It's nice having some interaction with people when they're watching this stuff, because
yes.
know what to say.
No, the software you use seems pretty good. I must admit, how you can go on various platforms and what have you.
Oh, StreamYard?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the live streaming isn't for everybody. I just got done talking with a friend, and she goes, I don't know if I want to do videos and all that stuff. So I understand that, but
Well, someone I follow who's a YouTube expert, and he teaches YouTube, he says your first video's always going to be messy, but you improve.
Mm-hmm.
And you get, when you keep doing things regularly, I don't particularly like the camera, but you just kind of have to forget about it and just do it, because YouTube and video is a great way to reach people.
Well, if a person was to get creative, you don't have to show your face on there. I've even thought about creating a character as a puppet.
Yes.
And then I can step out of the picture.
Yeah.
And I can go, hi, my name is Steve. I'm an affiliate marketer with Wealthy Affiliate, and I'm going to show you how you can make money on the internet.
Some things work. So some of the strangest things work. You just don't know.
So you could do that.
But people have faceless channels which are successful.
Yeah.
but I do a lot of how-to videos. So I just have a little picture of myself in the corner because I'm sharing my screen.
Yep.
So I don't need to be big, if you know what I mean. So because I'm
Yep.
normally giving examples. So starting like that is much easier than being sort of full on the screen, if you know what I mean.
Well, I've seen people do videos with masks on because they don't want to show their face for some
Oh,
reason.
I haven't seen that, I must admit.
Yep, there's
In
a
that,
guy, he's got a pullover thing. It's got these little white, they look like, you know what chiclets are?
yes, yeah,
No,
yeah,
they look like little chiclets, and its
yes.
whole face is covered.
Oh, well, in that case, you may as well do a faceless channel.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
I don't know. People on the internet, they do the strangest things.
But certainly do. I mean, if I'm, for example, on Wealthy Affiliate and I see someone with a mask on, I will avoid following them
I'm
because
pretty much
I
in
like.
the realm too, and we got this here in case someone wants to follow Roy with these
Thank
online
you.
endeavors.
I,
Absolutely, yeah.
it's good to know who you're dealing with. It's good to, if you're going to shop
Hmm.
or like, for example, people supply the stump grinder, you're dealing with a person and they look after you, or they should do. That's the idea. So we want to deal with, even though it's online, we still want to see a face.
Well, that's the way I am.
Yeah.
One of my more popular videos is the authentic me video because it's about me living here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the United States, and here's my phone number, and I'm a legitimate person, so I'm trying to overcome that. Like, that's my phone number. That's not Roy's phone number. That's my phone number there.
Yeah, that's not a UK number.
If you want to call me up, I try and be open and
Yeah.
transparent with this stuff as much
Yes.
as I possibly can.
Yeah. No, no, and I think that's the best way.
I'm in agreement.
Honesty pays off for sure. Yes. So, um, the title you showed me, the thumbnail picture was, just remind me, that you had a
Oh
few
yeah, let
things
me
on
shoot
there.
that there.
Yeah, time, freedom, financial independence, lifestyle design. And one of the things I like about being able to work online is the fact that I can work from anywhere.
Right.
So my wife comes from Greece. She is in Greece right now. And it's wonderful being able to take your laptop and being able to work over there and have that freedom.
Yep. And I mentioned to you that some of the stuff that I do blog posts from my phone.
Yes.
So you can
Yeah,
do
you
it.
use you're quite a phone person, Brad, whereas I'm not anti-phone. I just find it too
It is a little bit. You got to
my
kind of
my
figure
fingers
out.
are probably too big, but
Yeah.
or clumsy, one or the other.
I also use my iPad. Sometimes I just decide I don't want to quite get up right now, and I got
Yeah,
my iPad in my bed, and I just lay there and I do a blog post.
yeah. No, that's fair enough. Yeah, yes. I used to have a tablet, but once again I wasn't that wrapped up in it. But I think they probably came a long way and are much better now. This was quite a few years ago.
Well, that comes into the concept of lifestyle design. If a person says, okay, I want to make a lot of money, so I'm going to go to college and I'm going to be a brain surgeon. Okay,
Yes,
that's going to be a lot of time you're going to use right there.
that's right.
Trying to
Yes,
design your life, you got to realize that there's a lot of responsibility in being
yes,
a brain surgeon.
indeed.
It's important to think about all the different elements that are going to happen when you're designing the lifestyle of your dreams.
Yeah,
And I value my time a lot. If all of a sudden I decide I want to go to the theater and see a movie, I want to pick up and go.
yes,
I want my flexibility. I don't want to punch a clock and have to stay there until noon before I can go get my lunch. If I want a
yes.
burger, I want to get it now.
Yeah. No, I hear you. And that is the internet has opened up so many opportunities and and flexibility. And even with COVID, although I didn't sort of go with the narrative, the, probably the best thing that came out of COVID is it enabled even people who work for people to work from home.
Yeah. A lot of people woke up and they realized they didn't need to make as much money as they thought they did.
Yeah,
And they could drive Uber or Lyft or do some DoorDash. I don't know if you got
yes.
that over there, but that's it. You can do that. And
But
the
but
thing with affiliate marketing is you can do your work at in the morning, and those blog posts are out there doing stuff 24/7 on the internet.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Constant.
Yeah. I find it fascinating when I sometimes put a YouTube up. Well, one of my channels is a news stroke Christian channel, and sometimes the views are, maybe just a few, I don't know, 7 or 8 views, and then other times it might go like to 4,000, and it's quite fascinating. And I'm sure you've seen that with your videos, Brad, how one just seems to catch people's attention for really almost don't know why.
Yeah, I'm kind of skeptical sometimes when I see that because it seems so bizarre. Why did
Yes.
that thing spike like that?
Yeah.
When there was the president thing going on here earlier, I don't know if you saw Andrew Yang. He was the Asian guy over here that was running for president. And I
No,
did
that
some posts
doesn't
about
sound
him.
familiar.
I got some posts on him because he was sort of a different kind of guy. He was doing that universal based income thing, and he had some ideas of more tracking the vote by offering democracy dollars
Okay.
so that lobbyists couldn't come in and win over a presidential election.
Okay.
So he was an interesting guy, but I did
Yes.
some posts on him,
And
and
that.
it actually got some traffic and some
Yes.
correspondence in it.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to hit. There's some kind of word that's going to do something, and that's
And,
why persistence is important.
and I think thumbnails can make a difference as well. Depending what you use, does it catch the eye? Is it bold to people see it?
Yeah.
And although I do my own, I'm probably not that. It, I try, but I'm not like a designer.
Well, they say to stop the scroll. You know. What
Yes.
is this? But some of these things, you see these guys doing their thumbnail, and they're going like
That,
anything to make it look amazing or whatever.
that's right. And pointing and yeah, yeah. I don't know. Does it work? I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm sure it does. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll see something that's bizarre and I think, what the heck is that? And
Yes.
like I watch the UFC fights sometime. You see this little guy and this big guy.
Yes.
And you got some caption like David and Goliath. Will Goliath smash the giant or David?
Yeah. So it gets your attention.
Yeah, when you see two guys in the ring and one guy's way bigger than the other one, you wonder,
Yes.
oh, God, I got to see this fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you find out that they're not that much because it was all in the thumbnail.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
I do my thumbnails in Canva. Do you use Canva?
I do, and I like the simplicity of it. I need to learn more. I mean, I do set fairly simple thumbnails, and I'm using Canva in a very basic form, but I know it can do a lot more than I'm using.
Well, I finally decided to pay for the version. I used the free version, but I got tired of doing something and then finding out that your design is only available in Pro.
It's not. It's yeah. I've got the Pro version. It's not that. It's not silly money per year, and I'm virtually using it every day. So
Okay. I do these thumbnails like there's this one and this one and this one and this one and this one.
okay. Yes.
I do them all in Canva, and I just use the YouTube thumbnail dimension.
Yes, that's right.
It seems like that's applicable to a lot of different things, even LinkedIn and Facebook. It's pretty good in there.
Yeah. Now tell me, have you ever had a thumbnail you've created, and you put it into YouTube, and it says it's too big, even though you've done it as a Canva, as a YouTube thumbnail?
I have had a situation like that.
I've probably had it happen 3 or 4 times, and I
Really?
don't know what the problem is.
I don't know what it is either, but it might be, with measurements, it
Yes.
could be very small. It could be a micro bit.
Yes, and then yes, perhaps you just overlap slightly.
Yeah.
And I've actually tried remaking it the same, and it still didn't work.
I've had that situation as well.
Yes, yeah, and I've no idea why, unless you can get too many layers and it gets
Well,
too
my
much. I don't know.
solution for stuff like that is to walk away from the computer and come back in an hour or a day, and now it's fine.
That's good. That's good. I've got over it as well because I've made the video and showed a picture of the thumbnail about what I'm talking about. So YouTube's already seen that. So sometimes it gives me the option to show that thumbnail anyway. So I haven't actually had to add the thumbnail when there's been a problem because it's showing anyway, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, no, just wondered if you had that problem.
Oh, I've had most of the problems, and there's more
Yes,
coming.
indeed. You just have to be an overcomer. Yes,
Yeah,
and
you got
keep
to have the
going.
philosophy of there are no problems, there's only solutions.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's very true.
And
And,
again,
and that's something like what I like about wealthy affiliates. I've probably, I don't want to exaggerate it, I think I'm close on 300 questions or getting near. And it just, some of the questions I've sort of I have kind of known, but I've put up a question to kind of create conversation and people learn from it. And sometimes I really don't know, and or I want to see what other people are doing. And that is a very good feature because there's so many people on there, you will get an answer.
well, that is a wonderful thing you bring up there. That there's that community of people that'll answer that because there
Yes,
are pioneers and trailblazers in there that have already done it.
that's right.
And the reality is, the solution's probably pretty simple, but there's so much around the periphery, I can't find it.
Yes,
And
and if
someone
you
that knows will just say, "Oh, it's just in the upper right, and it looks like a little."
uh, exactly, exactly, yeah, um, yeah. So, which is and why spend time looking if you just write a question and someone can answer it for you and you can carry on working. Come come back half an hour later, your question is answered.
Some people are stubborn, so they want to figure it out themselves,
Well,
and
yeah,
they spend all that time figuring everything out.
we can get like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. I like doing stuff myself, but man, if the solution is there, just give me the answer.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. That's
Sometimes
very
in
true.
marketing, I use the a combination lock as an example
Oh
because
yes, yes, yes,
business isn't that complicated. It's a matter of lead generation, lead nurturing, and then lead conversion.
yes,
Three things.
yes.
And that's the combination. If you can figure out what the combination is, it's a 13. If you know that,
Yeah,
then you go the other way. It's 26.
yeah,
The third one, you just have to turn it until it opens. Put a little pressure on the little lock.
yeah. And
You
then
don't
it's
even know the third number.
oh really?
You can just turn the dial until it pops open.
Oh, okay. I guess. Of course. Yes. Yeah. No, I hear you.
That's
Yeah.
how sales works. If you've generated the lead and then
Yeah.
become known, like, trusted, and nurtured that relationship where they know, like, trust, and respect you,
Yes.
they'll buy the product.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really simple. The hard part is getting trusted with all the crazies out there.
Yeah. And when you find someone good, I think I might have mentioned it, a man who actually sells, who sold me my last stump grinder. That they're not cheap machines, and but he was proper old school salesman, out there to help, bring one out to try, so forth, and just good. And there's a huge difference in like the present salesman who doesn't even contact me. You don't really want to use them. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not even ringing up. How's your machine going or whatever?
And that's a thing with
Yeah.
big companies. Sometimes they haven't give the salesman permission to do certain things that are going to bring that customer back because
Yeah.
it's the company policy.
Yes.
Whereas the nice thing about being owner operator, if I want to make a deal, I can make a deal.
That's right. And that's big, huge,
Yeah.
and a good way. Yeah. Yeah.
So Roy, we've already gone, believe it or not, 23 minutes all of these, and I try to keep them kind of tight. So
20
I'm
minutes.
going to
Okay.
shut this
Time
one down. But before I
time
do, huh?
time goes when you're having fun.
It does. It
Yes.
travels.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me on, Brad. I do appreciate
Could
it.
you share with anybody that's watching right now what they might find on this domain?
Yeah, but what I on my thank you, Brad. On my website, I probably don't put things on there as much as I should, but I try and document my online journey. Now, I could add a lot more, but it is a time-consuming thing. So it's basically what I'm doing on my website, sort of thing. So I create quite a few how-tos and what have you, and the idea is that people can learn from what I'm doing. Sort of been there and done that. So yeah,
Well,
so
wonderful.
feel free to have a look. There's
Well,
new
appreciate
content
you
always
taking
being
the
added.
time. We will do another one, but in the
Yeah.
interim, if you want, in the green room back there, again,
Okay.
we've got some more of these Girl Scout cookies back there, and they're the low-cal digital version. So feel free. There might be some extra coffee cups back there from SynergyCafe. Don't steal them. Okay. Thanks, Roy.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I sent him back to the green room if he's got things like a stump to grind, or maybe he's got an axe to grind. He's got some issues with some enemies. I don't know. If he's still back there, I'm going to go back there and talk with him. He's fun to talk to. I like that accent. So that's the story for We Got You, Morning Glory. Here's a website for me if you want to know more about Wealthy Affiliate. And if you want to know about all my plethora of journeys, just go to magicbrad.com. Or a lot of fun would be just Google the keyword, one word, Magic Brad, and you'll find the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's all I got for now. So enjoy the rest of your day. Be good, be kind, be nice.